What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick of the Marquette versus UConn college basketball matchup going down Saturday, February 1st, 2025. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do so. We got a lot of action on Saturday's card, loaded card. Almost 150 college hoops games on the board on Saturday, some NBA, some NHL. So make sure that you check out a daily or long-term pass. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We've also got products for those who make big bets and for those with big bankrolls, those looking for a VIP experience where you're going to get things like late alert plays closer to game time. We're going to track line movement for you, try to get you the best possible number compared to the closing line. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, text the number on the screen for more information, even if it's just to find out if it's right for you. But let's get to this one between Marquette and UConn. Marquette coming into this one off a 78-69 win over Butler last time out on the road to improve to 18-3 on the year, 11-10 against the number this season, while UConn comes in 15-6 overall, 9-12 against the number, alternating wins and losses in each of their last 7 games after a 72-61 win over DePaul in their last matchup. But the thing is, despite the win, UConn 0-4 against the number in their last 4 games, 1-6 against the number in their last 7, and 2-8 against the number in their last 10 games. So it's left a lot to be desired for UConn, not the same UConn team that won the national championship last year. And I said this last year after UConn had won the title the year before, where it just felt like UConn wasn't as dominant from a talent perspective as I thought that they were the prior season. Well, what did UConn come out and do last season? They just came out and ran the table and replicated the success in the NCAA tournament and took no prisoners. They just kicked the crap out of everybody that was standing in their way. This year, I've had that same sentiment, but the thing is that UConn hasn't necessarily put it all together, and they haven't necessarily, looked as dominant as they were even as recently as last season. There have been solid performances where they beat DePaul by double digits, and they beat them twice by double digits. But I'll tell you, last time out, it was not easy. They trailed for a lot of that game, UConn did, before just putting the boots to UConn to DePaul in the second half. But you look at some of the other conference games that UConn has played. Lost to Xavier by 4 on the road. Needed overtime to beat Butler. Lost to Creighton at home. Barely got by Georgetown by 8 points. Lost to Villanova on the road. Beat Providence by 3, Butler by 4 on the road, needed overtime to get by Xavier. They do have wins over Gonzaga, Baylor, Texas as well, but there's just some of that that's left a lot to be desired from you with this year's UConn team. Now you got to go on the road to take on, a Marquette team that is still one of the best teams in the country. They have one of the best guard, groups in the country as well, in my opinion. And the key to Marquette is you have to be able to force turnovers against this Marquette offense, because Marquette just doesn't turn over the basketball, and Marquette, I think, going to keep taking care of the rock here. Now, UConn's offense is what's held and kept this team afloat. UConn first in the conference in offensive efficiency, first in free throw shooting, second in 2-point shooting, and that's where this team is going to have to thrive, because Marquette's 3-point defense is legit. And UConn doesn't necessarily rely on the 3. They're about a middle-of-the-pack team in terms of point dependency, so they can use the 2-point shot to get over. And Marquette's 2-point defense has left a lot to be desired, but here's my issue. UConn is the worst team in the conference at getting to the foul line, despite leading the conference in foul shooting percentage, shooting 80% from the line. And Marquette's defense has been solid. Like I said, defending the perimeter. They do a good job of forcing turnovers. 23% of the time they're forcing turnovers on their opponent's possessions. And I think that they're going to be able to force some turnovers against a UConn team here that at times has been careless with the basketball. And when it boils down to it, I just think that this is a Marquette team that's just better than UConn is. And, it's a big number, it feels like, 6.5. But I think Marquette at home, where they have played their best basketball this season, they're a good free throw shooting team. They're a good 2-point shooting team. The problem is their 3-point shooting. But UConn's defense has allowed teams to shoot 37% from 3-point range. And despite some issues with those, 3-point numbers, Marquette has still beat the likes of Villanova by 13 at home, put up 87 in that game. Beat Georgetown and Creighton by 8 points apiece. They beat Butler by double digits. I think that Marquette delivers a statement performance at home in this one. I'm going to take Marquette in this one. I'm going to lay the 6.5 points, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business. And tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.